So now the interesting topic memory devices. Computer memory. So why we use memory? What is memory? Memory it is used to store the data and instruction. So primarily the memory divided into two types. One is internal memory and external memory. The internal memory might be cache memory or primary or main memory. The external memories are magnetic disk, optical disk, secondary memory. So come to the internal memory. So in internal memory, cache memory, primary and main memory. These are internal. And cache memory is a very high speed semiconductor memory. So which can speed up the CPU. Speed will be very good compared to C colon and other colon. The C colon is fast. Why? Because they are using the memory range is different. Because that cache memory, that CPU is frequently used to that memory for data program, and most frequently used memory is cache memory that is used by CPU. So consider that memory, what are the memories, external, internal, how the speed, the direction of the speed increases. CPU register from the internal memory starting, and cache memory, main memory. So these are comes under internal. Then external memory, magnetic disk, optical disk, magnetic tap. So compared to internal, the external memory is little bit slow only. That internal memory is, if you go further, cache, CB register, then the speed is more. So what the advantage of cache memory? Cache memory is faster than main memory, yeah, we know, and it consumes less time compared to main memory. Yeah, that's the first point is same. It store the program and executed within short period of time. Again, we talk about only speed. You store the data temporary use. That's the important one. So it is fast. It's the main part. So executed very shortly. Everything is working except the storing the data is temporary. Disadvantage of cache memory. The first point is limited capacity. It has very less space and it is very expensive. Even if you're going to buy in MB, you can't buy in GB. In GB, it's the big servers they are used. But if you go, even if you are going to buy MB, the cost is more. In secondary, you can buy a GB pen drive. All the things are we can buy, but this one it is very expensive. Then primary memory. Primary memory holds the data and instruction the computer is currently working, and data and instruction the required process that resides in main memory. That primary or main memory divided into two subcategory. One is RAM, another one is ROM. So this primary memory is faster than secondary memory, and slower than cache memory. So what is RAM and ROM? Random access memory and read-only memory. So this is a classification of computer memory. So primary memory, secondary memory, RAM, random access, read-only memory, volatile, non-volatile, that we will see in next slide. Then static RAM, dynamic RAM, programmable read-only memory, electrically programmable read-only memory, electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. Then secondary memory, they have the classification of hard disk, SSD. So that is in trend in SSD now, compact disk, floppy disk, and magnetic tap. So what is volatile? What is non-volatile? In previous slide, they show ROM is non-volatile. So volatile, that memories are very faster, but it lost the data when power is switched off. It is volatile. So non-volatile, it's a long-term basis. That means even if you switch off the power, there is no loss of data, but it will be slow compared to volatile. So RAM, random access memory, it's a volatile. So it is faster, but it lost the data when it is switched off. So RAM, it consists internal memory of the CPU and storing the data, programming results, read write memory. So these are called as a random access memory. So this random access memory have the two types, DRAM and SRAM. SRAM, static RAM, DRAM, dynamic RAM. So static RAM is used as cache memory. It's very fast. And small static RAM, which is faster than dynamic RAM, and it is more expensive. And you know, for every cell for SRAM, they're having 6 transistors. Usually available in megabytes only. You can't get it from gigabytes. And dynamic RAM, so oldest type of dynamic RAM we can say is a single data rate SDR. Now they changed it double dual data rate DDR. So this DDR comes under dynamic random access memory. So this DDR have the version DDR2, 3, 4 like that. But you can't mix the DDR into your computer. Once if you buy DDR2, then you have to use only DDR2 even if you want to add extra RAM. So you can't mix up with another version. So you have to follow the same version. So if you bought previous one is 2, then you have to buy it again 2. Then if you interested, then you have to throw it out the 2, then go to the DDR3. Then ROM, read only memory. So non-volatile. Non-volatile means the information stored permanently. Such memories are during manufacture. This ROM is a non-volatile. That means even the switch off the power, the memory is stored in that place. So this ROM, which cannot write it on it because manufacturer will be write it and that will be permanent, and this is mainly used for bootstrap code. When you start the system, there is a booting function is moving, so this bootstrap code will be generated by this ROM, read only memory. So what are the types of ROM? MROM, that is masked ROM, So it's a very first ROM. It contained a pre-programmed set of data and instruction and programmable read-only memory. So this is programmable read-only memory can modified only by a user. It can programmed only once and it's not erasable. Okay, for the continuation, we will see in next video. Ah, you have only two slides. We will complete it. So programmable read-only memory is not erasable. It's a read-only memory. And EPROM, erasable and programmable read-only memory. It can be erased by ultraviolet light during, but it will be take around 40 minutes for erasing the data. So once if it is stored, then the data will be restored at least 10 years. Then there is no charge leakage. Then the data might be retained 10 years in EPROM. For erasing, you have to put it in ultra violet. Then it will take 40 minutes to erase. And WEPROM, electrically erasable read-only programmable memory. So this is also it can be erased, but electrically this will take time 4 to 10 minutes. So this can erased one byte at a time. So the process is reprogramming, flexible but little bit slow. That's why the mobile, if you're going to update, then it will be take time 4 to 10 minutes like that. So these are the memories they are used for in mobile and your devices. Secondary memory types: hard disk, solid state drives, tap drives, and optical CD drive, pen drive. So these are secondary memories. Thank you.